Hello, my demon horde. Here we are again. Sorry about yesterday. Just patch note came out. I got a little excited about that. Because patch notes in a massive online game like that, I know they're quite common, but they're also amazing because it means new content for the players. I mean, come on. Let's start that hype train. Whoop whoop. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. We're getting back on track with Stanley Parable, episode 2. Let's see if I can not fuck everything up this time. It's got ourselves a bit of a loading screen because the end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is never. Now, if you guys remember last time, we blew ourselves up. Now, there's a bit of speculation on whether or not that there's actually a way to escape that or not. I'm gonna have to say no, just because a lot of the dialogue, if you remember, just about how normally games give you a choice here, and an ability to take and stop all this from happening. So you look like a hero! Yay, that! And this entire game, the entire concept of this game, is designed around taking everything you know about narrative-driven gameplay and throwing it elsewhere. So for all we know, there's nothing beyond there. There's actually a person who no-clipped to get to the other side of that door to see if there was more space to the game. Now, we're not sure if, because they didn't find anything, if there's actually nothing back there, and that's just the thing you get if you hit yes instead of no, and you turn the machine back on to have power, or if it only loads if you do a specific level of events. Now, the end is loading. That's actually kind of funny because loading's right there. It's like the end is never. The end is never. The end is loading. Nah. I know it doesn't actually mean the end is loading. I'm just gonna say the end is never. Though technically the end is loading the entire time you're playing, so I mean that's technically not a false statement either. We're just gonna skip the initial part. We already know like the initial. He came to his senses. Blah blah blah. Ret.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I'm gonna check them real quick. 10 Okay, so all of that is. Oh, I can change your full vision. There we go. That's really cool. That I like how you actually have the ability to.
What could it mean? Stanley
What does all
decided
this
to go to the
mean?
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go to the meeting room, guys. Alright, I remember last time if I actually facilitated the dicking about that you can do in this game. But I did find out, I think I actually did do it while playing, that if you close the door...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I just kind of wanted to finish and see what happens if you're a good sheep. I'm Stanley, so I will go now to the left. Okay, I like how it just auto closes and you can't open it. So you're kind of stuck with your choice. Employee of the... Wait, it just changed. That's kind of cool. I think that might be one of the creators or a friend of the creator. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at the creator looks like and get back to you guys on that. This is kind of cool. The click on this picture changes to employee of the year. That's brilliant, actually. But I can't. I want to open the door, please. But anyway, there's been a lot of speculation on whether or not opening that door is possible, even. Oh, look, the meeting room. Let's see if we can
Yet
get the
there was
fire.
not a single person here either. Feeling a
Here's
wave
what I can
of
fire. Talk
disbelief,
less.
Stanley
Don't
decided to
maybe
go
worry.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We need less reviews. I want to get rid of the death sport portion of the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More watercolors, more water cooler heaters. More choice need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographic. 5 teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net, some sort of child trap. Work harder, hard worker. Throw something in the idea bin. 1. Ah! I showed you that. No more bin slash trash can. 2. Renaming of the idea bin. 3. Firing of me. Great ideas! Huh. See. Space between teenagers, size of demographic. Space between the teenagers, a lot of a percent. Wow, they just like kind of went all out. And like, I'm glad they went all out making these, but it has nothing to do with anything. You're wasting your time to shoot it. Monetize free to play. They want to monetize free to play. Okay. The broom closet. Okay, just to show you guys real quick, just because I know it's kind of funny.
The broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, not this time. I'm curious about it. Oh, fine, screw it. I said I'd be a good sheep. We'll get the broom closet ending next time. It's my favorite.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his
I will
boss's
have to
office.
come back and see what happens if I go downstairs. But I know there's a lot of choices in these games. There's like a lot of choices. Wow, this game is like really, really dark. It looks really bright on my thing. It actually gets through. It's actually really dark. I like how it's atmospheric though. Oh my god, there's no one
Staring into his manager's office,
You-
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Who has
What he could not
orchestrated
have
this?
known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What happens if I just
Yet
random click
incredibly,
buttons?
by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input
Oh,
the
that goes
correct
down and that
code
goes up and
by
that's okay,
sheer
fine.
luck. Amazing. He stepped
See.
into the newly opened passageway.
Let's just fix this so we can't dick about the keypad. I wanna know what happens if you insert... We go down here, there's actually more numbers to be seen. There's no flashlight option. There's nothing back there. Like, the game doesn't actually tell you to go this way and press this button. So technically that's just kind of free will. Let's see. Now it's loading again. I will go back. I'll probably just like do a bunch of playing of this. I just want to see what happens if you fully follow the instructions. Because there's something like 14 different endings depending on what you do. So what I'm going to do is, on my own, I'm going to find each of the endings, and then I will show you some of the endings in game. Why did you do that? I did not tell you to do that, game. Thank you. Thank you, game. Not tell the game to do that. Come on, game. Work with me here. This is like kind of ironic. Playing about choice and the game's choosing to fuck up. There we go. Okay, we're back. We're back. As I was saying, there's something like 14 different endings I believe I've read. So I'm gonna like find them all, and then I'll go back through and record all of them for you. You guys can tell me in the comments which endings are your favorite. I'm gonna find all the bits and
into the building,
things in here.
realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Oh
This
man.
question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh man, I wonder, what is the nature of my job? I just have this feeling in my did I make that joke?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
One says a cafe. I know if I go that way, there's another ending you keep. Mind control, okay fine. That's like walking. It feels like I'm walking to the final boss area.
The lights
Turn on the
rose
lights.
on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Oh my god, there's so many television
did this
screens.
place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Gee, man, I wonder what horrible secrets this place holds, and if I have the strength to find out about them. Okay, moving on. That's just about enough tomfoolery and dickery for me. That's more than enough dickery for me.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's actually kind of deep. I wonder if we can find our monitor. I know we're 427. There we are, right there. Found us. That's actually I like how that's actually accurate to our area.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Oh wow, you actually can't see up there except for like the lights going up in the distance. Like the only way you would know something's up there. Disco party!
No, he couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh man, I've been so utterly blind to the world my entire life.
Here's the proof.
It's unthinkable.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
There's the exit door.
He would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I shall dismantle these controls once and for all. This will no longer happen to anyone else. How dare this such a thing be in a place? Words! I don't ever go down here. Like, is there any reason to go down here? No. But I never did find button number 0. Let's even find that real quick, guys. Cause you find... Oh, there's number 5. So if you look up here, you see 01420001. And then you see 0521. But without a button number 0, what does that even mean? Is that even 0521 again? But again, there's no button number 0. So does that even mean anything to anyone? Like, there's a big red button right there. That's not labeled as anything. But there you go. Button number 5. Buttons 1, 2. Over here you can see button number 3. And up there is button number 4. Hold on, there's something glowy up here. Not sure if it's a button or a light. Let's go find out real quick, and then we'll continue the story. Okay, that's just a light. That's button number 4. And then there's this, like, this here. Waiting for contact. Okay, let's just move on. We're not being productive members of society right now. We're really not. We're just being dicks. Pushing buttons that don't belong to us. What's wrong with us? Like, I feel 0 could have gone, like, right there. I was really running out the room. Line controls are idle, awaiting input. What does it mean? I am going to try to do this like I've never seen them before.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power,
remember the last time I hit that one on accident?
to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I, Stanley, being of sound body and mind, am hereby putting an end to this place and everything it stands for. I just shut off everything in the most literal sense. Wow, okay. So, now what? It is like really dark. Is there anything else? 'Cause it's really dark now. I feel like there should be a jump scare. That just might be me playing too many other video games. Cough, cough, FNAF, cough, cough.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Was it over?
What?
Yes. He had won. He
I
had
have
defeated
won.
the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom
What is
was
out
mere
there?
moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Oh well, if you scoot back,
Where had his co-workers gone?
hold dark,
How
and you
had
walk
he
forward,
been
you see
freed
the
from
blue.
machine's grasp?
And then you walk
What
back and
other
you just see the white
mysteries did
clouds.
this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered.
It
to
is
him.
so bright,
For
I
it
can't
was not
even.
knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I would love to if it opened.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
Oh wow, that is very
the feeling
pretty.
of liberation.
Like, I know it's
Immense
older
possibility
graphics,
of the new path
but
before
it's
him.
still very pretty.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley
It's just...
was happy.
So that's the pretty interesting ending you get when you just follow the instructions. Like I said, I'm going to find the other endings and then I will go through them step by step to show them to you guys. Just because I want you guys to see all the amazing things this game has to offer, but I know there's a lot of trial and error to it. And like, if you guys want to go through the trial and error with me, let me know in the comment section below. I don't generally film until late-ish into the evening anyway, so I'll have plenty of time to read the comments that you guys post. If you guys just want to like see it done through so you reach each ending and don't want all the trial and experimentation that goes into each ending, let me know, and whichever side gets the most votes, I'll be posting this on Twitter and Facebook as well, will be the version I go with. Either way, we will find all the endings, because I do plan on seeing how many there are. So far, we've blown up, and we've gotten the good ending. That's all the time we have for the Stanley Parable today, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm DemonicLeo13. I just like to remind you guys that I am simply one hell of a gamer. Thank you all for watching, and we'll continue this tomorrow. Take care.